Pandit, would you describe the process by which revelation is given to you?
For me, it is a very amazing occurrence. Always when I am in a mood in which these visions and these writings come, it is always a condition so overpowering that I can only express it with tears. As I have said, I feel as if this my person, my awareness, is not confined to my own body or to my head. That is, as if I am body conscious as an individual, but it is spread in space. I always feel as if there are two personalities existing side by side. One, a titan spread everywhere I, and the other also a consciousness, an awareness, a part of it, a drop in it, but also one with it. I have read that in the case of inspiration, according to many poets and writers, including Nietzsche, the ideas and the lines or the passages or the plots of whole stories or even the whole stories came to them suddenly, as if they fell into their lap, as Nietzsche has put it, and then they put those passages, those lines or those ideas on paper. In my case, it is different. It seems that this titan, this other intelligence of which I am talking, this universal consciousness is handing over these thoughts, these ideas, these passages and these verses to me. It is such a breathtaking experience that I feel often humbled to dust. I am nothing. In this encounter, I am nothing. Just a shadow receiving directions and instructions from an intelligence which is spread everywhere. I feel that it is the limitation of my brain that I cannot get more from it. Otherwise, what I believe is that every centimeter, every point in this presence knows all there is to be known about the universe. It is a concentrated ocean of knowledge of which every drop is an ocean in itself. It is overwhelming and staggering. And when I start writing, suddenly a paragraph flashes before my vision. It is handed over to me. I can feel it. In the Vedas, this is called Shruti, heard. I both hear and see it. It is something which is just coming into my field of consciousness from the other field, of which I am always conscious. It is lent to it. It is handed over to it. And then after some time I start writing. What takes me half an hour to jot down is transmitted maybe in 5 seconds sometime. It just comes and enters my field of knowledge, my field of awareness. I can compare it to the fall of snow. When you look at the snowflakes, they appear points at the sky level. Then slowly they grow larger and larger and larger till you have the snowflakes on your hand are just falling in front of you. It is like this, as if subtle seeds of these ideas come out of this awareness, and then they are transformed by my brain into our language and into our thought. I hope you follow me there. From the unseen, from this ocean of consciousness, a seed-like thing comes, just a hint, which then grows into a passage. And I try to retain this passage in my memory. It is followed by another seed and another passage, followed by another seed and another passage. And then when it is over, I try to write it down, and it takes me a long time. And in the meanwhile, some of the passages even escape my memory, and I have to recall them later when I am correcting what I have written once. This happened from the date I received those poetic lines when I was crossing a bridge, the first manifestation of this power in me. And since then I have always found that at such times, as if another intelligence is working and I am receiving directions, instructions and ideas, and also the linguistic expressions from it, even the words. But I am alert all the time. When I put it down, I am using my own reason also whether what I have put down is correct. Does it conform to my own ideas? And where I feel that perhaps this does not concord with my own ideas, I try to change it. So that I am also using my own mind and my intellect. But what I assert is that it seems that another intelligence is handing over or giving me the hints, the passages in a mysterious way which I can clearly perceive as if I am getting it from some other source. And that source is present before me, not from a source which I do not see. I perceive it as an intelligence, as a consciousness spread around me and above and below me. This has given me the idea that what they called as revelation has this difference from inspiration, that in the case of revelation, the prophets were also able to understand the source, to perceive the source, say either in the form of a god or an angel, or a consciousness spread everywhere. I can very easily imagine that there can be a vision of an angel or a god for a mind which believes in a god or an angel. Then this intelligence can take the form of a god, of an angel, of a prophet, and give the message. That then is revelation. While in the case of the poet or the philosopher or the novelist, the inspiration that comes, one feels something pouring into his mind, but is not conscious of another intelligence handing it over to him. In the case of the enlightened, there is a clear perception of an all-pervading intelligence which hands over these ideas and these passages to him. This also now leads to another inference, that even in our normal consciousness, what we receive, what we think, the ideas, the thoughts, they come from a universal soul. Only our brain is so conditioned that we think that it is our own, while it is coming from some other universal soul, which is the fountainhead of all thought, all feeling, all emotion. Sometimes, especially when these verses about the shape of events to come occur, I also see the visions. The vision and the verse, the passage, they come almost together. The vision is seen in this universal consciousness. I see it presenting a scene which pertains to a future date or even sometimes of a bygone time. I see it reflected in that pool, in that mirror of consciousness. It passes through my mind and vanishes. But the line, the passage which accompanies it, I retain in my memory. I retain the memory of the vision also, but this I retain in language, and that language I then transcribe on paper. Then I see through it again, and then again some of the last sentences